Can anybody with a gluten sensitivity ever have beer?
Yes.
When?
They have gluten-free beer.
Okay. I actually didn't know that.
They do. Yeah.
Okay. So there's some good news that I didn't know. There's some gluten-free beers on the market. For people like me who are wheat sensitive but not gluten sensitive, I could have German beer because they have a purity law and they're only allowed to use barley, hops, water, and yeast. But American beer I usually couldn't have because they usually include wheat and also corn in their brewing process. So you've got to know a lot about what goes in, and you've got to look at labels.
Does anybody know what the gluten-free beers would be? Does somebody know what the gluten-free beers would be?
Red Ridge is best.
So one brand of gluten-free beer is Red Ridge. Do you know of any others?
No, that's the one I was thinking.
Red Ridge. And where is that available?
Even it's Safeway.
It's even available at Safeway. Great. And the one caveat is that alcohol is not good when you're healing your gut. When you're in that first 2 years of boot camp with celiac disease, you want to give your gut every chance to heal. And alcohol is actually a little bit hard on the gut. And it's even worse for people with arthritis because it will increase the leakiness of your gut. And so by drinking alcohol, you're more likely to develop these food sensitivities, and if you already have them, they're very hard to get rid of while you're drinking. But if it's going to be a quality of life thing and you have a beer twice a year, personally I would say yes. You can make your own choice.
Well, the other caveat is that it's an entry facility where all the other beers are made.
Right.
How segregated is the equipment?
And does anybody know if Red Ridge is totally segregated? Are they dedicated to gluten-free? Okay. Okay, so if you're highly gluten sensitive, and my understanding is in the first 2 years, everyone who's healing is in this highly sensitive category. After you've done a lot of healing, you can occasionally do a very small transgression and be okay. Occasionally, very small. So, again, as Margie pointed out, if Anheuser-Busch is manufacturing this beer and there's barley and wheat and all sorts of other gluten-containing stuff in the air, who knows? But it's still going to have less. Yeah. Yeah, it's a real honesty thing. So this is gin. Is gin ever safe for somebody with a gluten sensitivity? Usually not. They're not going to tell you usually what the source material is. There can be a dozen different sources for the alcohol. What makes gin gin is the other flavorings that are added. What about whiskey? Yeah, no. You know, I put this on here because I grew up thinking that whiskey was made from corn. I grew up in Alabama. I mean, just to tell you the time and place I grew up, when I was in elementary school, there was a big campaign in elementary school called Moonshine Kills. So they didn't want you drinking the illegal stuff. But even the revenue or stuff that you paid taxes on, at one time whiskey was made from corn, but now all sorts of things get added in. Bouillon cubes, are they ever safe?
No.